on part-time, so it's very, very doable as a HR. And today it's not about me, it's not my story. So I'm very excited because I can see a lot of people have logged in on time, and so we are ready to start. I know others are coming, but today it's a great day for me to host a great leader and someone who has been able to, touch the lives of many across the world. And I remember I met him in an event when I was a senior manager. Maybe he can't remember, but I heard his story, and his story is very inspiring. So I was a senior manager. That's the first time I saw him at KICC here in Nairobi in a convention. He shared his story, and his story is, I looked at it as a senior manager and I said, wow. Of course, he has been in this business for a long time. And every time I meet him in events or one-on-one, every time his story is really motivating to me. And today, because I am not here to share his story, I want to welcome our president team member, Hansie. I don't know whether he can hear me. And I am so happy to see that many people are ready for this session. PT Hansie, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Grace.
Wow, you're welcome. Good to see you.
Habari.
Mzuri sana.
Asante.
Karibu. Welcome, PT.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's a privilege to be here.
I'm very excited, PT, because I want us to go straight to the session. I am just so happy to see that you're ready for us. And again, I want to say that this is an opportunity we have been waiting for, because I have had many conversations with you, and I'm so happy that today you're going to share with us how we should grow or what is expected of us as distributors. But more so, I know you will share with us your story for the next few minutes that we have with you. So at this time, I want to welcome you, and I want to say that you feel welcome, and we are ready to learn from you. Welcome, PT.
Thank you very, very much, Grace. I appreciate the invitation, and it's a wonderful privilege to meet again so many wonderful people with the technology now with Zoom, and we can meet each other more often and just have wonderful meetings and events through the Zoom. So thank you for the wonderful invitation. It's also great to see Paul Muwatu and many other people here on the call that I've met before. Grace, I tell you, it's difficult to forget somebody like you because you're so dynamic, full of energy. So if I think back, I'm sure I remember the time that we meet. And, isn't it exciting? So congratulations also for moving up the steps of Ruby Director. Congratulations with your brand new Sapphire Director. And congratulations to everybody here tonight who has taken a step the past month, or also anybody who qualified on their PIN level. I think that is very, very exciting. Also, everybody who sponsored new people and is serious about the business and focusing. So I would love tonight to just encourage you, because when you listen to my story and what I want to share with you tonight, the purpose is to try to give you something that you can use, something that can help you, to encourage you on your road as a distributor. And, we can learn from each other. And you must, at the end of this evening, go away with this saying in your heart: if Hansie can do it, anybody can. Everybody in this business builds their own unique story. And everybody's story is important. Everybody's story can touch many, many lives. And you can make a big difference in your own life, in your family's life, and in the lives of many, many other people. So for the new people who I haven't heard or met previously, just a very short background where I come from. I remember it like yesterday the first time that I met my sponsor, and he asked me a simple question. He asked me, Hansie, how would you like to make money? That's how simple the question was. Now, the thing is, I was very much ready for that kind of question. And that's one thing that I learned is if you keep on going and talk to people, there's a saying that says, when the student are ready, the teacher will appear. And what's meant by that is you must just find people who are ready at that moment for what you have to offer them. Sometimes the time is not perfect for people, but don't worry about that. Keep them on your name list, keep on going back. So in our case, it was a question that was spot on at this moment. And I'll tell you why the question was so spot on. Because at that stage, I was full-time in the ministry as a pastor. And I enjoyed tremendously what I was doing. My wife and I Lydia, were very busy in the ministry. And we really enjoyed what we were doing. But the big challenge was that we could not pay all the bills. That was the big thing. And I could not look properly after my family. So it was a big challenge. You know, what I found through the years, that if you struggle with money issues, it's like your mind cannot think straight. And that is what I found. So the challenge there was I was very open. And I remember how many times the bank manager called me and asked me the simple question, Hansie, when are you going to pay back all the money that you owe me at the bank? And I didn't want to lie. So I said to him, I'm working on it. And what I actually meant, I was praying for an answer. And then when my sponsor asked me that simple question that one specific day, I actually was very open to listen. And I said to him, if it's something honest and legal, you can talk to me. That was very important to me, you know, because we live in a world where there's many, many people who want to just tell you things what you want to hear, but they're not there to help you. They just want to take advantage of people. So I was very, very straight with him from the very beginning, and I listened very closely and very skeptically when he presented the business to me in a one-on-one situation. And I checked with the company and see if it's legal and everything and so on. And then eventually my wife and I made the decision to get involved. And when I think back, I think the biggest reason was why we got involved. We needed the money, but at the same time, we were so sick and tired of all the financial challenges that we just wanted to make a difference. And we thought that this business could make a difference for us. And I tell you, I was full of doubt. There was a lot of unbelief in my heart. Will it ever work for us? Because I started to meet successful people that's been around, and they say, well, I said, they are lucky because they've been around for some time. But let me tell you, the more we got into it, I realized, you know what? If I take the personal responsibility to make a success out of my business, my wife and I, things can really change for us. And I remember we made the decision and we started to work on it. And very, very quickly, I realized that, you know, before we started the business, I was very much into what we call the blame game. You know, the blame game? When you look at your situation or your bank balance or your challenges you have in your life, we start pointing fingers. We blame other people. We blame the government. We blame the taxes. We blame the high cost of living. We blame our neighbors, even sometimes people that we know well, close to us. And we say, they are the cause where I am. But let me tell you, sometimes they have a part to play in our challenges. But at the end of the day, we have to realize that you and I is the one who have to take responsibility for our life and what we want to make with it. And that is something that we realized in the very, very beginning when we got involved. Now, let me tell you, when we made that decision, things really changed for us. And we started to work the business. And in about the next 2 years, more or less, I was actually earning just as much as I earned as a pastor. And that was on a part-time basis, not full-time, on a part-time basis. And we got very, very excited, and we worked on it, and the income started getting better and better. And I realized that one of the big dreams that I had for a very long time could become reality. And the dream was to become a freelance pastor, still being in the ministry, but then do it for free and nobody has to pay me anything. And I cannot explain to you what it meant to me personally to have that freedom to not wait for any salary, but just do what I want to do, what I